Hey guys, what it is your girl Cadillac. Yes, I'm Cadillac Dixon. I'm the Draw My Life prison wife. I'm the legally blind artist that is rapping and painting for justice. Hoping, girl, to see justice before all fades to black. Yes, it's your girl Cadillac. So I'm about to get out and walk in a few moments, but before I do, I wanted to review this last little part that was in this video that I did watch of Rajiva the Ruler today, where she was basically giving her thoughts on the the new movie Creed. I believe it's Creed 3, girl. I ain't seen it. It is. I got the I need to do a marathon because I never seen Creed 1. I did see Creed 2 and now 3. So me and my sister need to get a little popcorn movie night. Could be tonight, girl. Sit down with my computer. Tune everybody out. Like, girl, I need to live my life. I can't live your life. I can't help with every issue you got while we keep my issues piling up in the back burner in my life, and now I'm overwhelmed and anxious because I can't solve my own problems because I'm steady making miracles for you. Like, girl, that was too much said. But anyways, I need to focus on me. Sat down with my little computer. It's been a long time since I've done that. And like I said, I went to the little job fair on career fair on Friday, and I'm feeling some type of way. I have mixed emotions. One, am excited because I made some connections, but two, I know I'm behind. I'm far behind. The race is gone. Many people have already won the race, and I'm just starting. Like, I'm still at the finish line. So I know I got a long ways. I got to update my resume. I got to update my portfolio. I got to refresh my mind because it's been. I graduated in 2020, and when I graduated during the freaking darn shutdown, that's what kind of completely threw me off my rocker. I no longer was doing a lot of graphic design things and stuff like that, a lot of creative things. I had to just take my butt back to my job, my regular 9 to 5. And it kind of made it where when you are on a 9 to 5 work shift, you tend to, everything else tends to fall behind by the wayside. It's very difficult to keep all parts of your life together and afloat. Something's gonna go lacking when you build yourself up in one aspect of life. Some other aspect usually goes lacking. So when I spend and devote most of my time to this workshop life, and then the second thing is fighting for my husband. If I could just get him home, I could, that would free up a lot of time. That would free up a whole section. Sorry, interruption. As always, I literally cannot do anything without being interrupted. I have no full free time alone, personal time, like how you see regular YouTubers. You don't see the phone freaking ringing all the time off the hook as they're doing videos. I don't edit anymore because I was doing all the editing and it was kind of a waste of time because nobody was watching my content. So I kicked the editing, right? So now that irritating a T-Mobile sound is always in my videos because I can't do a video. Nobody gives me no time. As soon as I get off of work, phone ringing, phone ringing, phone ringing. God dog it, it's annoying. But it's very hard. I'm sorry. That's just my real life. Nobody gives me the time, space, respect, or anything to do what I'm trying to do. But if I can get him home, then I could free up some time to where I could pursue that graphic design career and stuff like that. It's really hard to do everything, girl. And I know though my career means a lot to me, I want my husband home. That means more. So before they call back in 2.5 seconds, let's go ahead and review the rest of this video.
Saying that, but it was like, I used to want to have those conversations and hear the sorries, and just the sorry would make it feel better, but
oh yes, do go check out the first part of this video. I'll link it in the description box that I just did maybe an hour ago.
Hey, you can't force nobody to deal with the guilt that they have. And even though they had their own life and they didn't owe me anything, I'm sure they feel guilty. You can't not like rock with somebody and do them wrong and like not feel guilty. Maybe they don't feel guilty.
What she's talking about is the people that the average thing that happens when you go up the road, wrongful or rightfully convicted, people forget about you. Out of sight, out of mind mentality. And only the real people that's real in your life, that really love you, because love is an action word, not just an emotion. Only those people will stay in contact, will try to help you, will because your hands are basically tied when you're doing a prison sentence. You can't do anything. You're almost like a child that needs their parent for everything. Basically, I mean, you're not a child physically most times, but you can't do nothing on your own, or possibly like a disabled person. Like, I'm disabled and it's very hard for me to do certain things on my own. Though I struggle and my hardest to do them, it's similar when you're incarcerated. You can't do anything. You can't even eat if nobody sends you money. Like, you're gonna eat slop and it ain't even enough slop to survive off of. So she's saying how all those people that she really thought loved her, hard down loved her, they really didn't, because when she left, they basically left her high and dry and made every excuse in the world as to why they couldn't be there for her, when it would only take a few moments out of their day, or maybe $20 here or there, a call, an email, any little thing, reaching out to a lawyer, reaching out to somebody who might know somebody that can help break the story, stuff like that, girl. But they can't do that. It's too simple, but they won't do it. So it means the simplest action that could help you, they're not willing to do it. That cannot equate to love. That doesn't equate to love. So she's saying now that she's back, she understands that nobody owed her anything, but she still wanted to have those conversations, like with the people that she felt left her high and dry. Like, girl, like, I don't think I would have done this. I mean, if it were you, I would have been there for you. Like, what happened? Like, she's saying she wanted to have those conversations, basically. And that she's sure that those people that did leave her high and dry feel guilty about it. But, and that's what she's saying there.
But I used to want to sorry so bad. And I was so jealous of that scene when they sat down and Creed told him he was sorry. Like, it's so hard to, like, I tell these videos and I get on here and I talk about like what I've been through and like different situations and stuff, but it is impossible to make people understand like what I went through, and it still hurt, like it still hurts my feelings.
Dealing with anybody incarcerated or formerly incarcerated, or families of the incarcerated, or a prison wife, I've just learned that it's a situation that people are so biased in their minds that they believe prison is a punishment, which it is supposed to be, but it America at least then changed it. It ain't just a punishment, it's a moneymaker. It's a whole business, it's a whole system. So it's not just a punishment, it's not just crime and punishment. That's what it should be and that's what it's supposed to be, but it's not. So it's a lot of wrong and bad and illegal and horrible things happening to people in prisons, but the justification of it is that the person in prison shouldn't have done what they did. So pretty much anything can go, in that for them, because they shouldn't have did what they did. Which I kind of had somebody, it kind of made me look at the person a little different. I had somebody before back when the wall was being built, when, Trump was trying to get this wall up or whatever. And the lady was telling me how she would protest. She's actually protesting because this is breaking up families and this and that. And I kind of told her, I was like, oh, I used to protest. I protest for wrongfully convicted people, and then also prisoners themselves, like everybody being mistreated. You're grouping them all together. Someone could have done a light crime, like a crime that is not unforgivable. Like, yes, it was wrong, but girl, it's not unforgivable. It could have been shoplifting. It could have been, I'm not condoning none of those. Just because you're saying treat these people like human, are not saying you're condoning shoplifting. That makes no sense, but they think that's what you're saying when you say that. And she was like, oh, wait. And I said, I would protest and I would march and stuff for prisoners to be treated, for prison reform. And then my husband's wrongfully convicted. And she told me, she said, oh, no. I don't stand for that. If you do your crime, you do your time. But she told me that, no, if you do the crime, you do the time. And I said, but do you understand that they're unequally sentencing people? There are some people, just because they black, they're getting more time. Like, it's a fact that they're giving black men 3 to 4 more times for a crime, the same crime that someone of another nationality, commits. So my husband not only is wrongfully convicted, he's excessively sentenced because he's black. So if he was a wrongfully convicted white man, he would have probably did less time. And she told me it doesn't matter. You do the crime, you do the time. And I'm like, I felt some type of way, because I'm like, I was feeling what you were talking about, people that were, their families being broken up because of, the border and this and that. But you're not at all trying to understand, not even listen. So that kind of just blew my mind. And after that, I seen that person in a whole different light.
Do you have those conversations and hear the sorries, and just the sorry would make it feel better, but hey, you can't force nobody to deal with the guilt that they have. And even though they have their own life and they didn't owe me anything, I'm sure they feel guilty.
There's this Tank song that I can't make you love me. That song always reminds me of, I think of Marcello, like basically the people closest to him before I came into his life, because I wasn't always in his life. We met when I was 18. So whoever was close to him before that, and then by the time he was wrongfully convicted, that was 19, 20, he went up the road. So he had core people that had been in his life his whole life, at that time. And they just left him like high and dry, and did nothing. Like, they didn't even come to his trial. Like, I mean, literally, as soon as he was arrested, boom, they jumped ship. And I don't understand how they don't feel guilty, that they have not lifted a finger throughout this whole time. But in Rajiva's situation, I'm sure that these same people looking at her, she'd have made it. I see such a bright future for Marcello. If he gets out and it's claimed, like, he actually proves that he was wrongfully convicted, they gonna owe this man. That's when they're gonna feel like, can you imagine him getting out and being at the top, having his businesses that he been telling me about, that he's gonna start and doing it? If he had all of that, if he was financially stable, if he never had even looked a way for nothing, how would they feel then? And you left this man high and dry when he needed you most. So now he knows how you really, 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 truly feel. Like, that's just like Rajiva. She is doing really good for herself. And I'm sure all of those people are sitting back like, dang. And what if they need her now? I'm sure she's going to feel some type of way about helping them. But anyways, didn't even get to the point that I was trying to. So that means it will be like Jordan the Chosen One say, a three-peat. All right, guys. Talk to you later. It's your girl, Cadillac.